get you, Barbara.
Things are coming.
Well, I have some big news. Mine has something to do with the big guy on campus, and that is Mr. Stephen King. I want to talk about Mr. Harrigan's Phone, which is debuting on Netflix October 5th. Have you heard about this?
I know nothing about it.
A brief background. It's a novella in the book, If It Bleed. It is the story I remember the most from this book because it is genuinely creepy. Also, it is being produced by not only Ryan Murphy, it's also being produced by Jason Blum. It is a Blumhouse production for Netflix. Written, of course, by Stephen King, but it was adapted for the screen by John Lee Hancock, who is an award-winning director that did The Blind Side and Saving Mr. Banks.
Okay.
So he's got cred. And like I said, it's based on a very recent and very memorable story by Stephen King. The plot, and I will just read this really quickly. Craig, a young boy living in a small town who befriends an older reclusive billionaire, Mr. Harrigan. The two form a bond over books and an iPhone. But when the man passes away, the boy discovers that not everything dead is gone and finds himself able to communicate with his new friend from the grave through the iPhone that was buried with him.
Okay.
Guess who plays Mr. Harrigan?
I don't know.
Donald Sutherland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the young kid in the story, Craig, is played by Jaden Martell, who played Bill Denbrough in the remake series of It, the two films of It. He played the young Bill Denbrough. So it's not his first dip into the Stephen King pool.
No, but it sounds really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a really good story. I hope they do it well. I'm not going to say much more about it because it's going to be out here very soon. It's on Netflix. If you folks have it, if you know, there's a good track record with Stephen King on Netflix. Mike Flanagan did Gerald's Game. They've done In the Tall Grass. They did 1922, which is fantastic. And now they've got this going. So they do a lot of original Stephen King stuff over there on Netflix.
Well, you went to the dark well, and I went to my sci-fi well, or my weird twisted well, I guess is what you would call it. So a few weeks ago when I was doing my genre week, I told you I caught up on Westworld and how disappointed I was because I really loved the original season and I thought it was brilliant. And then, Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan basically left. Well, they went to Amazon Prime working on 3 projects. One of them turns out it'll open in October 21st, and it's called The Peripheral. It's written by Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy. It stars Chloe Grace Moretz. It's got a pretty good cast, pretty strong. It promises to be what Joy and Nolan are known for now, which is this mind-bending kind of what you perceive isn't what's real. The brief synopsis that they've got out for it says, set in the future, when technology has subtly altered all of society, a woman discovers a secret connection to an alternate reality as well as a dark future of her own. In the trailer, it has her putting on like some kind of headpiece, almost like Videodrome, something like that. And when she puts it on, suddenly she's in another world. She's an action hero in London and fighting these people. But then slowly as the trailer proceeds, that starts becoming a part of her reality. So it sounds like a very Philip K. Dick sort of story.
Is it virtual reality?
Well, I think the headpiece puts you in that kind of, what was the Steven Spielberg that we didn't like movie? But
Ready, Start, Go or something.
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One. Yeah.
Ready, Start, Go, close enough, yes. But it's actually based on, I found out, and doing a little bit more research, on a novel by William Gibson.
Oh.
So.
Well, that's some cred right there.
Yeah, that's some sci-fi big cred. So
they're kind of lofty as far as their sci-fi concepts with that first season of Westworld. So that sounds like a good match.
And if Nolan directed any of them, they'll be great too. And Lisa Joy is a good director. Don't get me wrong, but he just has a really unique eye of atmosphere and everything. And some of the production values look very similar to what they're used to in the past.
Cool.
So some good stuff, and it should be some good science fiction.
Wow.
Prime Video, October 21st.
That's what's coming to get us. We got some Stephen King and we got some real honest to goodness sci-fi for Mr.
Yeah.
Horton there.
Yeah.
So
There
let
you
us
go.
know what is coming to get you in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe.
Please.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
You can't start the car.